That was the least stupid one I could find. Which says a lot.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Cherry. Welcome to Wrestling Rewind here on the Jeff Mitchell Network and, of course, the Greg Cherry brand. Because it is Greg's show, after all, he's on the show as much as I am, and it is his birthday. We kind of touched on it yesterday during the Greg Cherry show, but here he is, man, the birthday boy himself. And per his request, the match you see behind us will be live momentarily. So we'll get there when we get there. Those of you watching the WWE Network, we thank you for that. I'm going to try, keyword try, to get that match embedded somewhere in here with WWE compliance, if you will. But if I don't, watch on the network with us. If you're listening on Anchor, which we love because you pay me that way, we appreciate that. We're at 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 39 seconds. Your screen capture should be Terry Runnels' backside, I'm going to be honest with you, in a glittery pantsuit type thing, running after Shawn Michaels. So that's where we're at. But Greg, you picked this match and you picked this day because it's your birthday, and we wanted to give you what you wanted to see on your birthday. And I've not watched this match in a very long time. Yeah. So I'm glad you picked it.
I am too. And today on my birthday, it's my favorite wrestler of all time, with probably one of the best. This was arguably one of the best pay-per-view years in WWE history. If you think about it, 2002 was so damn solid.
Yes.
And what a show this was, even without a traditional Survivor Series match.
Right.
It's weird that a show without the namesake match is probably one of the best in the show's history. Yeah,
there's drama throughout the whole show. Spoiler alert, both titles change hands. It's
all titles change. Every single one.
That's true. They all did. You're right. Yeah. But the WWE Championship in hands was arguably the story of the night until this match started, because Brock Lesnar was finally bested earlier. Yeah. And just the way it went down with Heyman and the Big Show, it was just holy crap moment. And, speaking of crap, we're going to see Shawn Michaels tights here momentarily. I got to get
Not a highlight. Not
a highlight of this. Sean's entire presentation, as far as cosmetics goes, not so much. We had the haircut, we had the shit pants. It was just bad, but it was one of his greatest moments of all time, and I don't go lightly on that. He had a 2002 was the resurrection of Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, the wrestler, and it was very cool to see that transition for him from being where he was in 1998 until he's here now, and the person he became in those 4 years. It's a very cool transformation. It's very gratifying, I'm sure, for you as a mega Shawn Michaels fan, but definitely for me as a quasi Shawn Michaels fan. It was very cool to see him get back to the place, and I dare say his second half was better than his first.
I would agree. Granted, the championships might not have been there. Like, he had a couple tag team title wins and obviously this one, right. But it wasn't necessarily about the championship wins. And maybe at some point we'll watch the match that he and Triple H had in 2003 towards the end of the year.
Man, such good stuff.
And there was a story told throughout that night with Bischoff too, but
there was.
I don't know if we'll get through that entire episode, but we may because it was one of the 2 hour Raws, so we may do
our Raws. We'll figure it's 90 minutes, so I think we can do that. It's
somewhere down the line.
I did mention this yesterday on during Stepaway Sports Bar, but I did want to bring it up with you since you're her friend as well. And I did mention it during the Greg Cherry show yesterday because we got so bombarded with questions at the end that kind of fell by the wayside. But happy birthday, Lisa! Yesterday,
happy birthday, Lisa.
Glad you had a good day yesterday, and hope for many more. And hopefully we get to celebrate with you down the line. And
I did wish her happy birthday on Twitter, though.
You did. I saw that. Yeah, you commented on her post. I talked to her in private yesterday, but I wanted to make sure we got it out there for everybody. Happy birthday, Lisa, and happy birthday, Greg. Here is your birthday gift from the Jeff Meacham Network. Probably the best chamber match ever. And I know it's the first, so it's kind of easy, but I firmly believe it still stands up. Here we are. 18 years later. Good grief.
Hard to believe.
almost to the day, because you figure it's November 5th, so we got a couple more weeks before the Survivor Series date. But it's still a hell of a match. Again, as I stated at the top, 1 hour, 43 minutes, 39 seconds. If you're not there already, you're shit out of luck. Because here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Terry and her Runnels there talking to Sean. Can't really see how bad it is yet.
Why do you believe?
Why do I believe, little lady? Are you kidding me?
Little lady. Oh, Christ. Really? Oh, I forgot all about
JR.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, Randy Orton here, and I've decided to take a little time out of my
Look at that hair.
Right?
Survivor Series.
You talk about Shawn Michaels and his hair.
There was no further damage done to my shoulder on the long flight to New York City, thanks to that sexy flight attendant Sherry, who hooked me up with that extra pillow.
I wonder if Orton ever looks back on this and just cringes.
I know I am.
Please send emails to
Oh, good grief.
Because with your support, I know that I'll be back in no time.
Oh, it hurts.
Very not tattooed Randy Orton.
Right? Well, there they are. The 6 men preparing to make history. You see them behind us here. Kind of, sort of. You kind of see the tops of their heads, but there they are. RVD, Shawn Michaels, Jericho, Booker, Kane, and challenging Triple H for the world title. Here we go.
I may lay out for this video package because it's my favorite of all time.
Oh, please. I am too. Kidding me? This is pretty epic.
Yeah. And is Bischoff not one of the best GMs in WWE history?
He's not one of, he's the best.
Even better than Teddy?
Yep.
Okay.
I love his Eric Bischoff. Always have.
Ugh.
That was good shit, pal. Here we go.
Triple H coming up just moments from now is quite possibly the most inhuman, vile match in WWE history. As you must defend your World Heavyweight Championship against 5 other challengers in the Elimination Chamber.
You know, Coach, September, I was deemed to be the world's heavyweight champion because I was the best.
Pardon the interruption. the beard makes his nose look less big.
Yeah.
Like his nose looks gargantuan here. I'm not trying to be a dick, but yeah, it's a very prominent proboscis. That's the beard.
The object of a lot of envy, Coach. So what it comes down to is tonight, inside of 10 tons of steel, Elimination Chamber, I will go up against 5 of the very best ever in this business.
It's hard to argue that.
Yeah.
And the fact is that when tonight is over, Coach, I will walk out of Madison Square Garden still the best,
True.
still the game,
True.
and still the world's heavyweight champion because I am
Not true.
that.
Not true. Yeah, untrue. Yeah. Listen to the pop
Yeah.
for the evil Helmsley. Listen to that.
Right now, I've got a first-class ticket to hell, and I just want to know who's coming with me.
Me, I'm coming. I'll be right there. Oh, here we go. The Bish is back.
Is that pop for Bischoff and MSG?
Right? Crazy New Yorkers. You know, I'm not a fan of the authority figure thing as a rule anymore, but I do miss him.
Mm-hmm.
Every Monday you catch me every 3 weeks, though, so it's all good.
I am back in Madison Square Garden and back making history once again. Inside of a match that can only come from the mind, the great mind of Eric Bischoff, the Elimination Chamber. Of chain. Over 10 tons.
Jesus.
A solid steel designed to finish.
Does anyone wonder why they redesigned the chamber a couple years ago?
I miss the old
Barbaric.
design, though.
Put themselves through hell for the ultimate.
It lost its luster when they did that.
It totally did. I absolutely agree. But, you know,
I
again,
understand the safety thing, but then why create the match?
yeah.
The first 4 men that enter this ring, they're going to step inside and be confined to an
Eternal locked out 5 minutes.
behind bulletproof plexiglass and steel.
Bulletproof, but not Goldberg proof, as we found out.
Every 5
Yeah.
minutes, one of these chambers will be unlocked in
They now call the chambers pods, obviously, to keep it separate from the chamber name, because you know they actually figured out that people can't do that in their heads.
enter the ring tonight, they're going to start the contest. Now, elimination, it can happen one of 2 ways. Either by pinfall, or if you can't stand the pain, and if you can't stand the punishment,
He put a dent in the floor. Did you see that?
until there is one
He smacked the floor so hard with that damn pipe, he put a dent in it.
Yep.
Spaz.
Wonder if Vince was like, quit putting dents in the damn chamber.
You know, he's sitting there in the back going, me. you know, Vince was like, okay, you're done. The hell in my chamber, you're gonna wreck shit. Get out. Hit the button. Get him out of there.
He almost fell.
Break the damn thing. What the hell? Oh, the think. Aw.
elimination chamber match.
Ah, the later Geratron. Not a fan, but it's okay. So I know people are, and that's okay.
Did they have the live performance with this one?
Wait for it.
Yeah, they do. Nice.
This is like the best pay-per-view ever, I swear.
Right?
It's only not the best because SummerSlam was the same year.
Yeah.
Oh, the Raw World Tag Belts. Look at those things, man.
Yep.
There they are, baby, Saliva.
At the World.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, they had a pretty good gig with them. They had 2 WrestleMania songs in this.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, they highlighted that. I forget how old the video is now, but I saw it recently. The top WrestleMania entries of all time, and the Dudleys made the list for when Slider was playing them. They edited out the part where Stacy's basically bumping and grinding on what's his name's jock.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can see why they edited it out because it was quite the moment.
I'm sure for him too.
Oh, you know. And yes, Stacy was a NFL cheerleader, and yes, she can dance.
Wasn't she a cheerleader for the Ravens though?
Well, yeah. But you know what? Carmella was a Patriots cheerleader, so you gotta kind of give people a little bit of a grace period there. But she's also a Laker girl. Carmella was, so there you go.
Right.
She was very happy when the Lakers won the championship. So there you go. As were everybody else in Los Angeles, because it's like, thank God, finally. Still, it's so cool to see. We miss stuff like this. We don't get stuff like this.
Yeah. No. And you know they can't enter anybody else till Saliva's done. That was the only part about this. It was like the performance went on a little long because of the short entryway for MSG.
Yeah. The way they have the garden configured for most of these events now, they can't, it's you only need a big ramp for Mania.
So what was your second favorite chamber behind this one?
God. It's gonna sound like a cop-out, but the 06, only because of the aftermath.
That's not a cop-out. That's a good choice.
I mean, it was a good match for the most part. I mean, it's, Cena winning before the cash-in. I'm like, John, what, really? But then, that's why I got it. I like the I like the story that match was, because you had the Masters Carlito kind of subplot there. You had a lot of stuff going on in that match. I also like the first one in 05, the New Year's Revolution one with the vacant title on the line, because that was a huge part of the Booker Booker T in the ring and distracted me, the Batista Triple H storyline. So it was a good thread with those two and Randy as well. It was kind of a good. The three of them were involved in that together. If I'm not mistaken, the only time the members of Evolution were in a match against each other, those three, I think. As far as like in the same match, but they were on. They weren't teammates. They were all three opposition of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that was the only time that happened. Gee, my neat Christmas.
Fresh off the Katie Vick storyline.
Yes. Yep. Extreme Mayhem is just getting in the swing of things as this pay-per-view is happening. We are almost a month in to existence here.
Yeah.
So. Oh, by the way, I saw a comment. I was watching the show back yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
When I put up my picture of Tiger Williams with me when I first time met him, somebody commented, "Oh, what is this? Personal trivia?" I'm thinking to myself, have you not watched our shows ever? We always talk about personal shit. Like, what are you new? Like I've been talking about the Kings since before I could talk about wrestling. And
then you watch the Kings of Wrestling in TNA.
Yes, we did live.
Or Claudio and.
Or Claudio, which you prefer to remember. Thank you very much. God, listen to the pop for Sean, man.
Yeah.
That's gotta feel so good for him, because they freaking shit on him so bad 6 years prior.
Yeah, against Sid.
Yeah, for the championship, man. Look at him. He's all into it. I wonder if he's trying to compensate because he knows his tights look like such hot garbage.
Yeah.
Like right now, they're fine. Everything's good. Gotta get the pyro on there somewhere. if nothing else, even when he was completely screwed up, he still brought the energy every single time, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's not screwed up here, obviously. He's better. I'm just saying clean. I'm just in general. Like, and there they are.
Yeah.
Good grief. Oh, Sean the Turd. Oh my goodness.
And then it was immortalized in the next, like, it was immortalized in Here Comes the Pain.
Right?
Also, the video game.
Yeah, God, what a tragedy that was to have those be forever emblazoned on a video
Fortunately,
game.
they gave him alternate attire, which I used all the
Not
time.
for that. We know who's left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby. The man who will crush the trachea.
Yep.
I still can't believe he did that. You missed your cue again, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to that. 2-time Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
That number grew just a hair.
A little bit. Up to 6.
Yeah. 6 of those. A few tag belts along the way. European, hardcore, and of course, the 2
WWE.
titles there at the very end.
Yep. WWE title, ECW title.
And just...
You think he'll ever get inducted in the Hall of Fame?
I think once he decides that he's done, yes. But, Rob, he's stubborn as a mule.
Yeah.
He won't ever fully quit. I don't think, anyway. I dare say Rob is too stubborn for his own good sometimes, but he realizes where he's at now, and I'm thinking he may be closer to the end than he was the beginning at this point. So we'll see. Man, the world's champion, Nate's behind him, the silhouette of the garden. Can I get any more WWE than that? Really,
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Star Series not so good to Hunter.
Nope.
Pretty sure that's Montreal karma.
So, question, see if you know it off the top of your head. Who was the first person Triple H beat at Survivor Series? 10 seconds, go.
Oh, shit. Flair.
Yep. 2005. Yep. Well done.
Yeah, because he loses here, obviously. The next year he lost to Billy Boy. 2004, he was part of that losing team that Randy and his team got control of Raw for 4 weeks.
Yep.
And
then he beat Flair.
I know he won that one. So.
Yeah. Then he beat Flair in the Last Man Standing.
2006, he was part of a clean sweep team.
Yep.
2007, I don't remember, to be honest with you. 2007.
I don't think he was at 07. I think he was selling injuries that he had at No Mercy. I don't think he competed at the 07 Survivor Series.
Okay.
No, I take that back. I think he was part of a Survivor Series tag team match, and he survived.
That sounds right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's 08.
Yeah. Yeah. His record's gotten better, but it hasn't come up 500.
Yeah. 08.
He was part of the title match with that Edge where getting the title.
Yeah, so he lost there. He lost in 09 in the triple threat.
Right. Yeah. He went into 08 as the champion, and it was supposed to be Jeff Hardy and Kozlov, and Jeff got attacked or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Edge came in as a surprise with that horrible beard he had.
Yep.
And they said 09 he was part of the 2 challengers that lost.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the record got better, but it didn't get above 500.
Right.
I love when he does that.
Yeah.
Just love it to pieces. Man, like, is Triple H just not tan, or is the way he's being lit in the ring, or he looks like more pale than usual? Not pedigree near the ropes. Wonder what's going to happen here.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, golly.
You know Triple H asked to be the first person to take a bump on that.
Of course he did. And you know he's wanting to test this thing out and take it for a test drive.
Yeah.
You ever been to an Access where they've had that set up?
I've been to an Access. I don't remember if they had it set up or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's huge.
It is like I didn't go in it because I was doing other stuff, but I went and it's massive.
It's a good thing he held on.
Yeah, I had friends that went into it and they said they felt intimidated by being inside it.
I'd love to go into it. See,
yeah, be something.
Be like, hey, I'm gonna climb on top of the pod here.
Yeah, well, they probably discouraged that. Would be my guess. Oh, that's hurt Rob too, though.
Yeah, I mean, doing the backflip with your hands on the steel. It's like,
yeah, no. Oh, Rolling Thunder. Oh my God, really? Oh man. Oh.
Fortunately for Rob, I mean, he landed mostly on Hunter, so.
Right. Yeah. Hunter did not.
Yeah.
Hunter got back. Yeah, this is 2002, man. You got 6 of the best on Raw. You got Hebner as a referee. You got JR and the King doing the commentary. Bischoff's in charge. Coach is doing interviewing.
Yeah,
it's just great stuff.
It is. You can even heard him say it.
Fuck off. It's great. I love it. I'll watch this.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, you can, King. You can.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
I'm trying to think. Ow.
That's a Stephanie Crusher right there. That was a mess, but it actually turned out looking okay.
Yeah. Has anybody ever been whipped into the chamber while somebody was still in there?
I think so.
Oh, jeez.
Golly.
Why? Why, Rob?
Why? Yeah, why? Oh, that's just all Raw taking that on the hip, right on the hip.
Oh yeah,
that hurts, man. I waited for one of these matches where they threw him against the chain so hard the chain just broke away and they bit it on the floor. Oopsie.
Yeah, I mean we saw Otis fly through the back of the chamber pod and out to the floor.
God,
I thought that was an insane spot, but
it was an insane spot. But it's still I don't know if it was because of Otis, but it came out very hokey to me. All right, here we go. I do believe it's Jericho. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, there you go. So funny. Jericho talks about this in second book that it's supposed to be a certain order and they can gimmick it and they still had it be random anyway. I'm pretty sure Jericho was not supposed to be first. They still screwed up. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. So they actually had it set up to be random?
Yeah, I guess so.
Which is weird because the order they entered was also they entered the ring was also the order they entered the match.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just and Jericho even joked is, Bischoff's in charge. That's why. Trying trying to look at Rob's tights here. Which ones are? Which one? Oh, those are the. Whoa! There you go, Spider-Man. I just said that. It's pretty slick.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. he just bites it up. Okay, I got my surge of energy. I'm dead again.
Love Jericho.
Chris, I'm not sure they heard you in Jersey. Say it a little louder. Which is so funny because Chris and Roberts, Chris loves Van Dam. So funny. Come on, you trying to match.
Has he ever pinned somebody with that?
No, not that I recall.
I think once before his career ends, he needs to pin somebody with that.
I agree.
Just like knock him out, walk up, do the come on, baby, and actually get the fall.
Should be MJF when MJF turns on him this weekend. Drop Max like a bad habit and pin his ass with the foot. I think the consensus on Tuesday was that Max was going to win and then everybody was going to turn on Jericho and follow Max instead. I'm like, I don't like that, man. Ugh.
I mean, it's possible.
I mean,
is now the right time to turn Jericho babyface, though?
Well, it's like I said on Tuesday. I don't think it's necessarily turning Chris babyface. It's just
adding to the heel stable.
It's adding to Max. It's adding to the inner circle, and it's because people are going to cheer Chris either way. I mean, there's no. I mean, people are singing his song like in full now, and he's supposed to be the ultimate heel, and they love him. So you don't need to tweak his character, but I do see where adding the inner circle would be a huge embellishment on Max's character. So it kind of works. So I get.
Now, does Wardlow come along for the ride? Do you think?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Wardlow's been very kind of not like distant from MJF, but he hasn't been around for his stuff, and he has been around for Wardlow's stuff. So I don't see a need for really any sort of resolution there. It's like they are who they are. You know, Max brought him in as a backup, and now he's doing his own thing. So I don't see a need to really do anything about it unless you want to. And I said this on Tuesday during the predictions. You know, people I know, just whipping him.
Like,
awful.
The first and third time weren't bad, but the second time he hit the freaking post.
Yeah. The thing with Wardlow, when in the turn, it's like, no, Wardlow needs to be a badass. He needs to be a heel because everybody wanted to cheer Kevin Nash as Diesel when he was the badass killing everybody. The minute he turned babyface, Vince neutered him for a year.
Yeah.
So and people shit on him as champion.
Yep. So
they need to keep Wardlow's mystique by being the asshole. Just have him still be a killing machine. There we go. Now we're picking up steam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he missed that kick there, but that's okay. We'll let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't miss. Good Lord.
Not quite a Tommy Dreamer pile driver, but still spiked him.
Still a spiked DDT. I think I take a spiked DDT better than RVD.
Yeah.
I believe it's Booker next. There you go. Oh, jeez. I don't know, knock against Booker, but does anybody think that the person that would be the World Championship challenger at WrestleMania next year would be Booker T of these six guys? Like, I mean, really?
No. I mean, it would have been better if Booker would have won at Mania.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, Hart was champion a long time.
Yeah.
You figure Armageddon to what? Unforgiven?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's a long reign, especially back then. I honestly, like, I was cheering for Booker on a personal level, but I didn't see it at Mania in 2003. I did very much see it when he was King Booker. That made sense to me.
Right.
I could have done with the Chavo thing that kind of shit on it, but you know, and it led to Mysterio's 247th knee surgery, so whatever. But just, you know, and I was at the I Quit match, that the rematch they had on TV, Mysterio and Chavo when Mysterio came back, and that was something to see live, because you know you had to bob and weave your head to see where they were going. It was an ugly match, but I said it back then. You were watching me back then. Wasn't a fan of the whole Eddie exploitation thing from the get. Didn't like any of it at all.
Right.
Didn't like Ray getting the slot. Didn't like the whole Orton thing. That was horrible. And it just wasn't good. No. Jeez. Oh my God.
Hi, Rob.
That's it. Rob flying in from the 10th row of the garden. Is this it here? No. I don't think so. No, it's too early. No, it's too early. Oh, maybe not.
It is.
Oh, shit. Okay. If y'all are watching at home or you're watching here, if you got it on the screen, it's about to get real for Hunter here. Oh. Just watch Van Dam's knee, is all I'm going to say, guys. Oh. Yeah, he blew it out in Hunter's trachea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine having that happen to you and then wrestling another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
At least.
At least. Oh, fudge. Oh. Man.
That's a WCW callback right there. Missile
Right?
dropkick from Booker T.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's it for Van Dam. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And they do not like that in the garden at all.
No.
Dude, Hunter is hurt. He's hurt bad. And tune in, Earl.
It's weird that there are rope breaks and no disqualification matches.
I never understood that booking philosophy at all.
Because it's happened in the chambers, it's happened in cage matches. It's like, why?
Yeah. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do if they don't break on 5? You're gonna disqualify them in a DQ match? It makes no damn sense.
Yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. God, can you? And again, I'm not trying to kiss corporate ass, so I'm not. Imagine the balls and just the internal mechanisms to think, if you're Hunter right now, going, I still got 20 minutes to go here.
Yeah.
I can barely breathe.
Oh man.
I can barely breathe. I can't get my wind. I can't do what I need to do to get through this. I'm pretty much a freaking heap here in the corner. And I'm part of the finish here, and I gotta make sure my buddy gets his moment.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's a pro, very much.
That spine buster on Jericho was sick, though.
That was sick. That was something. You know, people give Undertaker the whole soup bone credit for the best pure striker.
Yeah.
King can go with striking.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those uppercuts he throws in there. Not these. I'm sure you'll see him soon, but yeah, his uppercuts are damn good. Oh, and then there's just the brute strength. You know, funny. Later this, I don't know if it's going to be this weekend or next weekend, but there's a whole documentary on the Brothers of Destruction, that like a whole history of them that they produced for the Undertaker month here on WWE Network. And
there's going to be so much stuff I'm going to have to check out.
right, dude. I think this weekend is the one on Paul Bearer, which God, that's going to be I'm going to be a mess. Oh, there you go. Bulletproof my ass. It's not Jericho proof. It has been said, and Kaney brought it up on the documentary, that he feels their story is the best story WWE ever told.
Yeah.
I'm hard pressed to argue with it. I mean, the Undertaker Kane thing is just epic. Like it's an epic movie stuff. The whole story is so good when you figure how they wove it. Jesus Christ. You know that when they pitch it to him, they're like, okay, we can't practice this because we can't afford to build it again. But again, no fear. Just zero. Jesus. Yeah, I find it hard. I'm hard pressed to find a better overall story arc in a, when you figure by the time they stop feuding for good, 13-year time period, that was better than Kane Undertaker.
Yeah.
Well, Lion Salt will be it. Methinks. Tune in, Earl. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there you go. How goes the Booker man? Now, what's funny is when you look back at that, it's like, okay, the two guys that have been eliminated had not at that time been WWE World Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else left has been World Champion at least once. So is it really a surprise that we're down to these four?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Now, granted, the other two would get their title reigns in 2006, but...
Yes, very true. Yes. And Booker would get his greatest gimmick with the accent. King Booker!
King Booker!
There you go. I like you. Okay, yeah. You win. King. Eric Bischoff a freaking genius. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, and yeah, Bischoff is a genius. Let's be real. It's just he ultimately lost control of his own destiny.
Yeah.
Like what happened to him post Summer '98 was not his fault.
Mm-hmm.
He had a bunch of troops telling him otherwise. Like, oh man. Ugh. And it's funny. I recently rewatched the Rise and Fall of ECW, and Paul talked about, if ECW got another network, it would have been people working for here or working for me. It would have been a totally different industry.
Right.
The classic what if game. What if Bischoff had been allowed to maintain his autonomy? Or what if he'd been allowed to make the purchase in 2001?
Why is Hunter going up?
Yeah, why is Hunter even doing anything right now? Oh. God. Yeah. Those of you who never had your trachea compromised, it's literally like the middle of your throat. Like you can't breathe, you can't swallow, you can't do anything that is regulated by that area of the body until you get repairs done. It's arguably one of the most, if not the most, screwed up place you can get an injury, especially in athletic competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's again, Hunter has balls I can't comprehend. Here we go, baby. Enter Turd Boy. Oh yeah, that's coming. He's gonna get his. Oh Jesus! Kane just took his head off.
Yeah,
that's my haircut. Damn it! Flying Sean, yeah, baby. Oh man, wasn't the prettiest one he ever did, but
no.
I know he can't, King. He's screwed up. He's dying in the corner. Oh, jeez. You know, I'm no doctor, but with a guy with a recently bad back, I'm not taking that bump. Just saying.
Well, after the SummerSlam match, I guess he's fine. Of all the back bumps he took then.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I still to this day, I watch that match and I marvel at Shawn Michaels because he had one quote unquote match in that 4 years. And that was that thing he did with Just Incredible in his own company. Like, other than that, he hadn't actually had a match. And just the things he and Hunter did in that style were just ridiculous. Jeez. Poor Triple H, yeah. Poor Triple H is the word. No choke slams, can't do that right now.
Well, he just took one.
I know, that's what I'm saying. No more. Oh, jeez. That was pretty brilliant. I think he got him in the chest pad.
The first Brother of Destruction they did that on.
Right? That's it. Wouldn't be the last. Oh, okay. No. Even his face didn't even hit the mat there, folks. There we go. That's better. Pin in, Jericho. That may have been the worst pedigree in the history of the Garden.
Oh, in the Garden? Okay.
There's been worse pedigrees. No question about that.
Yeah. The one Angle took at this event years later.
Right? Yeah, true that. That was god-awful, too. And, of course, the one Angle took at SummerSlam 2000, it really wasn't a pedigree. It was more of a table saying bye-bye.
Angle was never great at taking the pedigree, was he?
No. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, okay. So, what was the over-under on that being brought up?
Yeah. I mean, it took longer in the match than I thought it would.
Yeah, for real, right? Oh. Well, either one of them ever truly... I mean, Shawn did, because he had a great career when he came back. But do you think that Brett will ever truly... his legacy will ever get past Montreal?
I don't think so.
It's such a shame because he had such a damn good career. He really did, and it's just marred forever.
It would have been something different if the whole Goldberg thing didn't happen.
Yeah, and you remember that was the end of 2 years of shitastic booking by WCW for him in the first place. I mean, Vince said, they won't know what to do with you. And it was prophetic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just, one bad decision after another. They finally put the belt on, and then they tried to do the damn NWO thing with the silver NWO with Jarrett and the outside and Scotty. It didn't work. And it may have worked if Brett and Jarrett had stayed healthy. But
and then Roddy Piper won the world title by pinning Goldberg, right?
Right. Yeah, it's just so bad. Just so bad. And again, I'm not knocking Russo. I'm knocking the entire 2 years plus that he was there.
Yeah.
Just horrible decisions made for somebody that, Bischoff said then the whole reason Brett was hired was to essentially be a franchise player for Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And Thunder became such a shit show that it was it was bad. And it's such a shame because, like I said, Brett had a great career, and he just, 99 was horrible to him. He lost his brother. He had the injury with Goldberg. Just, and the 98 was, they couldn't decide what week he was babyface, what week he was heel. It was just horrible. And I think that if you think about it, if he'd have stayed with Vince, or even if he'd stayed active the entire career, the entire contract around WCW, and Owen had lived, they were both looking at the end of 2000 being their contracts being up. Yeah. Brett told Owen when he left, wait out 3 years, and we'll see each other at the end of the road. And we'll look back and laugh at this shit. Mm-hmm. Owen survives that fall, or Owen doesn't have that fall in the first place. Let me just be clear on that.
Yeah.
Because if you have that fall, it ain't going well. They're both done by 2000. Owen's, retired and maybe doing the firefighting thing like he wanted to with his family in the first place. Brett's, in theory, retired and maybe over it enough where he can go back to work for Vince in the office like he wanted to in the first place. There's so many things that 1999 caused to not happen. Golly. I understand WWE's changing of the layout of the set of Chamber. I get it, but it was made for stuff like this, where these back bumps and these the interactions with the steel and everything are there was a better one. I like that one.
Yeah,
that was pretty. Wait for it. One leg, other leg, both legs. Boom! There he goes. Watch yourself, Sean. Oh, that was nice. That was nice by Jericho there. Sean didn't even see it coming. Another line salt. Jericho's a freaking line salt machine in this match.
Yeah.
I think he line salt more in this match than he did his entire career matches combined. All right. Totally off-topic question.
Yeah.
What's a better bald look? The male pattern that Earl's carrying, or the one I'm carrying that looks like John C. Reilly? Throwing it out there for everybody to think about.
Leave a comment.
Mine, obviously. Because the whole male pattern thing just does not work. We almost got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of keeping the look of I've got hair, but I have a big hole in the middle where it's just skin. Just looks weird. And I get that you can't help it if you're male pattern baldness, but shave it.
Yeah.
Make it look different. Oh, jeez. I think if Sean's back was okay, it was his head he probably had more head trauma this match than he did for the next 8 years. Oh, hell no. Who's the bigger dick? Jesus. Oh, man.
Did Jericho ever pin Triple H one-on-one?
I don't think he did. You know what? DXP Jericho, not the other way around, right?
Yeah, DXP Jericho for the titles.
Okay. I don't think Jericho ever beat Triple H. I'll have to go back and look at that. I don't think it ever happened.
I can't recall.
Yeah, I don't either. That's awful that I can't remember that. Here, wait. I can figure out pretty quick, though. Hang on. Now I used your head birthday. I can get rid of that page. Pedigree. Nope. Break down the walls.
Can't imagine how much pain he was in just screaming because of his training.
Right? That's gotta freaking be killing him. Crazy, crazy, crazy. No, I can't. No,
it must have been an adrenaline thing at this point.
Yeah, it had to have been, right? Oh, how's your face? Ah, we're down to 2, damn it. How can you not believe in Shawn Michaels, damn it?
It couldn't have come down to anybody else.
No, it couldn't have, especially in 02 with this whole
Yeah.
program they were doing. I mean, come on. Let's see. All. And then we will go.
Are you looking to see if Jericho ever beat Triple H?
I am. Okay. Jericho beat Triple H in a 6-man tag team match a few times. I'm trying to see if it was a one-on-one thing.
I mean, if you count the faux title switch.
Right. But that was all freaking
Ow.
That was all headroom more than anything else. All right, it looks like it's DQ, so it wasn't a pinfall wicket, but Jericho beat DX before TLC. Or after TLC.
By disqualification, I think.
Right. All right, it looks like the bragging rights team Jericho led against the Raw team or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't care about teams. I just one-on-one.
I'm working on it. I'm looking here.
Pedigree.
DQ finish.
Look out.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh my God, another one. Another broken freaking. Who got the pinfall? Oh no, I'm sorry, they're on the same team. Never mind. Just kidding. Same team. Judgment Day, we don't know how all that went for Jericho. SmackDown taping 2002 against tag match, but I don't know if Jericho pinned Hunter or if Angle pinned Edge or if Angle pinned Hunter or what. I'll have to go back and look. Like I said, there we go. SmackDown taping 2002, April 23rd. Chris Jericho defeated Triple H by pinfall.
Oh wow! So
there it is. Earlier this year. There you go. And he also did it at a live event on March 10th, so the week before Mania. Holy cow! There you go.
Well, you figure if the title was on the line, then Jericho's probably got cheat.
Right. But yeah, it looks like that was the only time he beat him on TV by pinfall was in April of 02.
Which would have been right before Backlash. That seems weird.
2 days after, actually.
Man, I guess Backlash would have been early that year. I keep forgetting WrestleMania was March, like second week of March that year.
March 17th, and then Backlash April 21st. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Jericho does have a pinfall victory over Triple H on television. It does exist.
Yeah.
You got to know he's like, just, I'm done. He's so hurt.
He's like, can we please get to the super kick spot?
Please, I need to go in the back and get help. But I want to give you your moment because you're my buddy and I love you.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of the garden for crying out loud.
I don't think I've ever seen a bigger televised pop for a victory. Like, I know Mick Foley's was big. I think this was bigger.
Really? Okay.
Just the reaction of the crowd.
Right. Well, I think Foley's match was more Austin than it was Foley.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
When Austin came out, the Worcester mass went banana. I have never, other than the pop I was part of when Steve came out after Raw was off the air, that pop in Worcester was just crazy. And it's funny, you can have the thing on mute. You can hear the crowd, even though it's on mute. You can hear that because you see the crowd just come up as one. Like they all get to their feet and they all go crazy for Austin. He was OVER, man. Oh my God. Yeah. And again, you Bischoff can say all he wants, well, I had a bunch of suits tell me in the 98 that I was going to run my company a certain way. It's like, dude, Eric, you guys were already on the downhill slide as it was.
Yeah.
Like nobody could touch Steve Austin. It's like, man, nobody. And, there's so many things that sprung off of that moment. with Steve Austin and Triple H. So, Steve Austin is a man. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I apologize. Just there was so many things that wove out of that there was no stopping the WWF at that point. It was a matter of how high is the arc? How high are we going to go before we start coming back down to earth? And it really didn't come down, I dare say, until they bought WCW. They were cooking with gas the entire time.
Yeah.
And even though WCW TV got super bad, WWF TV maintained these. Oh man! Oh, again, not the best we've always ever given, but
yeah. At least he landed on like his side or his chest instead of his neck.
Yeah, God.
If that was a Macho Man elbow, Triple H would have been done.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm taking elbow, I'd have been like jumping up and going, "All right, you son of a bitch." I heard enough, you dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some brown tights. Here we go, sweet chin music, baby.
Just the you can feel the moment building.
Right. Pedigree, that was a little better than Kane's.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the best one they ever did, though.
No.
Yeah, bloody and battered is an understatement, Ross. He is busted up on the inside for sure. It's over. It's over. Nope. Oh, look how close that was. That's showmanship by Shawn Michaels, man. Right there at the very bitter end. Oh, man. Man, I get on taking the pedigree because some kid got paralyzed if I'm right on the pedigree, so I get it, but it's still a little better than people are taking it somewhat. Oh, nice drop, backdrop. Wait for it. Boom! Night time. 2, 3. Jesus, you're right. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Every time, dude. Every single time. Goosebumps, like, everywhere.
Right? Definitely.
Like, this moment, I've seen it so many times, it still makes me tear up.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and this is your birth month, it's your guy. It's it's awesome, man. I still cry because it's none of us old school fans thought he'd ever come back.
Yeah.
And now he's the world friggin' champion.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Ross going to scream himself hoarse again.
Yeah.
Something Hunter cannot do right now. That's a lot of confetti. You can barely see the freaking ring. Hunter and the World Championship are not friendly to each other in the garden.
Not at all.
God, right on the button, man. Very, very few better super kicks than that one, man. He right on the money.
Mm-hmm.
New new sheriff in town. Ha ha! Thank you. I love that. That's awesome. Well, there you go, man. All in total over an hour if you count that awesome intro you had us watch, which I thank you for.
Yeah.
I'll have to edit what I edited together was just the video and then Hunter's interview. I'll definitely throw Sean's in there if we get it actually up, or if it's going to be right out here or whatever. Yeah. Oh, so now we're on the emotional roller coaster that we were. We continue next week here on Wrestling Rewind with another Survivor Series match involving champions. It's champion versus champion from just 2 years ago. It was Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. And that one I picked because I was there. And I haven't watched this show on TV since. So I'm curious how it came off on television because I'm very curious how it played out.
And it was so weird too because it was just 2 days after Daniel or was SmackDown on Tuesdays then?
I think it was still on Tuesdays then, I think.
Okay, so it was 5 days after Daniel Bryan's shocking heel turn.
Yeah.
So he was coming out, started the yes chance, and then stopped.
Yep. Yeah, it's
slow transition to the plan.
Right. That show will forever be the moment where I realized that Ronda was never going to be fully accepted because her own hometown crowd turned on her against Charlotte. And I thought that was very poor. I was very disappointed in my fellow Angelinos. Very disappointed. But it is what it is. So.
I feel like that was more because she was going to go against Becky than anything else.
And because we didn't get Becky, they were just pissed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that has something that it's not a knock against Ronda. I would love to see Ronda back. I'm sure that would happen when crowds are back or whatever. It may happen at the Rumble. You never know. But it's one of those things that the timing of it seemed odd at the time.
Yeah. But
everything worked out by WrestleMania.
Very true. Very true. Well, so that's next week. Again, we're going to talk about the Survivor Series from 2 years ago, and we'll watch the Champion vs. Champion match with Bryan and Lesnar. And then the day after, we're at day number 979, sir. You've been seeing the promos from Lee off and on here. I sent it to you. I'm trying to air the first one today, later on, or earlier today, I should say. It depends on how I do on the cutting, but you're going to see what he has to say. And he's not taking it lightly. He's determined to be a spoiler. So,
well, you know what? Stagger Lee, I've seen everything you've done over the years. Yep. And let me tell you one thing. When I defeat you and go on to day number 980 the very next day, that defense will definitely be all right.
I wish I could find that and air it. I mean, like, as far I have it, I just don't know if I could get away with putting it back up because I don't know.
I wouldn't chance it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But yeah, it's gonna whatever it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy myself thoroughly, and because it's two of my
honestly,
right, it's two of my favorite people ever, and I want things to go well. I want it to be a fun experience for everybody. Don't forget tomorrow right here on the Championship Network. If you're watching on that side, thank you for that. I appreciate that. It'll be JJ and I doing our thing when the dads, not always in wrestling, do talk about wrestling. And we talk about our top 10 all-time Survivor Series matches. He's doing the top 10 elimination matches. I'm doing the top 10 traditional non-Survivor Series matches. So just, tag matches, whatever the case may be. So that'll be tomorrow in this time slot, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. Before the No DQ review. We may bleed into it a little bit, but I'm on the review, so I don't care. Actually, no, that's today.
That's today. Yeah.
So if you're watching this past 4 o'clock, thank you. To the No DQ review right now. But yeah, it's so that'll be tomorrow. Friday will be the dad's. I'm so awesome. I'm so off my days. I apologize.
It's fine.
Anyway, I'm all flustered about the trivia match. Honestly, I'm all.
You and me both. I got
Right?
a lot of preparation to do.
That's it. Well, you've got a week and a day. So here off we go. So he is the birthday boy, the Pinson himself, Greg Cherry. I am the Meech West Coast Professor. We will see you next week right here on Wrestling Rewind.